just need passion and dedication to follow your dreams, but nothing else. Yes, that's true. And there are many people who are actually living their dreams, just implying these two things. And one of them are today with us in our podcast show, Who Is She? She is Women Entrepreneur of the Year at Asiad Literature Summit 2019. She has been listed in Forbes 30 Under 30 and she is founder of Organiko Beautifying Life. She is Puja Kaul. Even with the lack of financial resources and family support, she did the unusual. When everyone in her family and society thought that there was never a chance for her to do something big, she proved it wrong and made everyone astonished and broke the stereotype. Puja Kaul, whose dream is to bring together communities of donkey farmers across Dasna, Ghaziabad and Solapur to collect donkey's milk and later provide beauty products out of it under her organic brand. I'm sure that many of us are still unaware to the fact that donkey's milk could be used for something good as well. Organiko deserves a special thanks from the donkey owners, farmers and women from lesser known India's part because they are able to make their living through this. On this note, I, Dr. Shweta Singh, welcome Ms. Puja Kaul on our podcast show, Who Is She? And learn from her journey and her experience. Hi Puja, we welcome you to our podcast show, Who Is She? And it's our pleasure to have you today on our show, and it's my pleasure to have you interview you because I have been also an entrepreneur and I know how difficult it is, and seeing you at this tender age, at so small, you seems to be very genuine, very simple kind of girl. So Puja, when I think about starting this show today, I think about starting with your journey, that how this idea of being an entrepreneur came into your mind, and coming from a small town of India, and then building a good, I would say a very unrecognizable business out of something. So tell us something about your journey.
Okay, so I started in college. So this entrepreneurship, the word I first time heard in 2014, I was watching one of the web series on YouTube, and the startup ecosystem and the entrepreneurship I heard in 2014 only, and later started reading about what is exactly startup and startup ecosystem. And luckily in 2016, when I was doing research on my master's, I got into TISS, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, to pursue my master's. And I opted for master's in social innovations and entrepreneurship because the word which fascinated me in 2014, I was finally seeing a subject related to that. And I thought that why not just opt for this, apply for this and see. And since childhood, I was never a smart kid. I never scored more than 60%, and getting into TISS was a dream. I thought ki okay, ek chance dete, what if I get selected, I will see. And luckily I got selected in TISS in 2016, and in this only, when I was pursuing my masters, I started as a student entrepreneurship. I always wanted to write my own story since childhood. I never had an idea what exactly I will do, but yeah, kuch tha ki khud apna kuch karna hai. And when I got into TISS, this platform gave me an opportunity to test a pilot, test a business idea for 3 months. And I was googling, I was just doing research what exactly I can do. I always wanted to start something related to counseling, the mental health. And I thought that I will start something with farmers mental health because nobody's working. And then I realized that okay, dairy is something interests me. So that's how I started. I was like randomly going through different articles, different ideas, doing my research. And that's why I got to know about donkey milk benefit and donkey milk. I thought, why not start with this?
So how can you explain in bit more elaborated way how this donkey milk fascinated you to bring? Because I think that many of us don't know actually exactly. We are unaware that donkey milk can be useful. So how did that you fall up to this idea and built a business out of it?
Okay, to be very honest, when I was doing my research, I was very much interested to dairy sector because I remember my brother once told me that dairy mein bahut paisa hai. So I thought, okay, this is something I really want to try. And I was doing my research, and somebody, my own brother, suggested me to read about goat milk and donkey milk. And I was in my dormitory in 2016. I still remember, it was, I think, July or something. I was in my dormitory and I randomly Googled about the donkey milk and read an article about the Switzerland-based donkey farm. That lady was selling donkey milk to infant. The infant who was suffering from a disease called panda. I thought, yeah, this is very interesting. That's how I, first time I read about donkey milk in Google on Google, and next day only I had my presentation. Every student has to do a pilot, and it was my presentation day. I thought, okay, just randomly I made a presentation of 2 3 slide explaining that the benefit what I read in Google, and I presented in my class. Teacher was like, they gave me a mix of feedback. They were not happy. They were kind of like, ladki pagal ho gayi hai, what she is presenting. And I was like, okay, now I was, as I said, that I was never a very brilliant student, and log pata hai ki kaise behave karte hai when you drop out from science. And I opted for commerce. I wanted arts, but my family asked me to opt for at least commerce because art mein koi scope nahi hai. So and when I teacher said the same thing that शायद ये काम नहीं करेगा, and I was like कि अब इसी को काम करवाना है, I have to create value, something useless के अंदर, because people used to consider me as like I will never do something in my life. I thought, okay, now इसमें कुछ नहीं हो सकता, तो let's create a value in this. And in 2016 I started research. 2017 October I did my pilot with 14 donkey owners. I contacted the donkey owners in Solapur, Maharashtra. When I was doing, luckily it said, जब आप कुछ करना चाहो एंड बहुत ही ज्यादा आई थिंक फोकस्ड हो, तो रास्ता खुद ब खुद मिल जाता है. तो एंड दैट्स हाउ इट हैपेंड, लाइक व्हेन आई थॉट कि डोंकी मिल्क है जो मुझे करना है, इवन आफ्टर लाइक रिजेक्शंस फ्रॉम डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, व्हेन आई वाज अप्लाइंग फॉर माय internship, even from college, everything. So like in Solapur, my campus was in Tuljapur. It's near to Mumbai only. It's 9 hours away from Mumbai. And in Solapur, there was this community called Lashkar community. They migrated from Andhra Pradesh, and they were working at construction site and bricklanes. I contacted them. I told them my idea that this is something I want to do, and they were पहली बात तो उनको ये लगा कि ऐसा नहीं हो सकता, because दे नेवर हर्ड अबाउट डोंकी मिल्क. वो डोंकी पालते हैं, वो कंस्ट्रक्शन पे काम करते हैं, ब्रिकलेंस पे काम करते हैं, बट उन्होंने कभी डोंकी मिल्क के बारे में नहीं सुना था. उनको ये भी नहीं पता था कि अच्छा उनकी गधी भी दूध देती है. तो लाइक एक्सप्लेनिंग, कन्विंसिंग देम कि दिस इज द आइडिया, दिस इज द बेनिफिट. एंड it was little difficult, obviously. I would not say कि बहुत easy था. It was really really difficult, and being a woman, and it was more difficult me to enter the community, talk to them regarding something people never heard of. And in 2018 2017 October, with 14 donkey owners, somehow I managed to convince them, and 2018 October with 200 soaps. So before starting this skincare brand, I wanted to start I wanted to sell donkey milk directly to the consumer. But during my research, I realized that selling donkey milk in our country is very difficult, because it is still considered as a taboo. Donkey को हम गाली के तौर पे यूज करते हैं कि आप गधे हो, आप गधी हो. और किसी गाली को आप बोलो कि उसको कंज्यूम करो, तो it was kind of like difficult task for me कि obviously लोग मानते नहीं. So I thought, why not convert into something people definitely gonna try. And that time ये click हुआ. When I was doing research कि Arab country, Egypt में, and in European countries, people are using donkey milk skincare product. It comes under luxury segment. Donkey milk is have this anti-aging component, and it is good for people with conditions like eczema, cirrhosis, also skin-related issues. So I thought, why not convert this into something to something, our skincare product. And soap making was something I used to do as a time pass, college के time में, melt and pour. So मैंने गूगल से थोड़ा रिसर्च किया, ट्रेनिंग ली, एंड देन आई लाइक registered myself in an institute in Mumbai जो ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड करती थी सोप मेकिंग के ऊपर. बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली डूइंग समथिंग एज अ पास टाइम इज ओके, बट व्हेन यू आर एंटरिंग द मार्केट commercially, you have to be like you have to train yourself. So in 20 before making this soap thing, I in 2018 only, 2017, sorry, 2017 August or July, I like did a training, and then then rented a home near to house near to this Puljapur only for 4,000 rupees. That was the pocket money I was getting, and I started making soaps. And in 2017 October, 200 sabun ke saath, I came back to Delhi because selling in Solapur was little difficult. So I thought, why not go to metro cities and sell this to customer.
Pooja, because see, India, especially women and entrepreneurship, right? So these women and entrepreneurship, ये ऐसे words हैं जहाँ पे it becomes very difficult to just digest that a woman at your age coming, opening, running a successful business and with a novel idea, with a very innovative idea which is unconventional, which is not known to people. So because I also come from a very small town, and I know from people like us, women like us, girls like us, when we come from a such kind of sector or such kind of reason, बहुत सारी मुश्किलों का, there are many problems, challenges which I can say, which you would have faced, that can be from family also, from society also. So would you like to just give a brief about those also?
Yeah, I agree with you. Being a woman and that to be an entrepreneur, working on something, working on very weird idea, it is difficult, to establish yourself in market in the startup ecosystem. It was definitely challenging. And when I started as a student entrepreneur, because जब student की तरह start करते, you don't have any kind of support. You don't have like technical knowledge or previous work knowledge experience, और साथ ही साथ आपको funding की issues आती है, resources की issue आती है, and people do not, and the main motive, the main point or the major issues, people do not take you seriously. Like they still think कि college का project है, या फिर like अगर कोई नॉर्मल वुमेन है, कोई मेरे एज की वुमेन कुछ करना चाह रही है, उनको अपने आई थिंक इकोसिस्टम के अंदर इतना ज्यादा सीरियसली लिया नहीं जाता है. एंड मैंने फेस किया है, एंड दिस इज द एक्चुअल, एंड व्हेन इट स्पेशली जब आप फंडिंग रेज करने के लिए जा रहे हो, दे थिंक कि एक बार शादी हो जाएगी फिर कौन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चलाएगा. दैट्स बेटर कि थोड़ा आप नंबर्स करो. बिकॉज आई हैव फ्रेंड्स, आई हैव अ फ्रेंड, आई हैव रियली गुड फ्रेंड्स फ्रॉम IIT IIM. They are all are male, and ideation stage pe they started raising funding, and when it comes to me, I'm still generating revenue, and getting good recognition. My idea is feasible, flexible, it is tested, everything is fine. Still sometimes it is very difficult for me to speak to investors or funders explaining what exactly I want to do, because I think कहीं ना कहीं restrictions ही आ जाती है कि मेल है तो वो कर जाएगा, फीमेल है तो शायद doubtful है. Even you are generating revenues or good like you establish in market, तब भी उनके अंदर doubt हो जाता है. And like these are the challenges not only I, but I think women faces in our country. India के अंदर usually होता आता है, and I was very fortunate to be a part of different women entrepreneur group, and usually हम लोग बात करते हैं like ये सारी चीजें common challenges. And when I started, पहली पहला challenge तो ये था कि I was very young. I started at 23-year-old. I was 22, 23 years when I started in college, and लोग ने seriously नहीं लिया. एंड मुझे गधी का दूध निकालना था. डोंकी मिल्क स्टिल साउंड क्लासी, बट आप कम्युनिटी में जाते हो, आप मार्केट में जाके कहते हो हिंदी में कि भाई गधी का दूध का साबुन है और मुझे बेचना है. एंड आप एक ब्रांड में कन्वर्ट हो जाओ तो डेफिनेटली इट इज वेरी लाइक व्हाट यू से फैंसी साउंड करता है कि अच्छा कुछ इनोवेटिव चीज आ रहा है मार्केट में. बट आप बहुत ही स्मॉल स्टेज पे, बहुत ही छोटे तौर पे आप जब स्टार्ट करते हो, तो लोगों को कन्विंस करना, लोगों को बताना, it is difficult, I think. And my one, एक तो ये challenge था, दूसरा था peer pressure, because I passed out from PIS in 2018. Everyone in my college was settling down, taking placement. I got placed with Rajasthan Livelihood also, Rajasthan government mission के साथ. But like peer pressure के कारण कि एक family से भी होता है कि सब लोग settle हो रहे हैं, why not you? Why you want to opt for something जो कि शायद मार्केट ही नहीं है कंट्री के अंदर. एंड एक होता है ना कि अच्छे कॉलेज से बेटी पास आउट हुई है एंड आप गधी का दूध निकलवा रहे हो उससे. तो एक ये वाला जो फेसेस था वो डेफिनेटली मेरी फैमिली को सुनने को भी मिला. एंड दे वर आल्सो लाइक कि थोड़े टाइम के लिए यू डू जॉब बिकॉज तुम्हारा रेज्यूमे बन जाएगा एंड देन यू कैन कंटिन्यू विथ योर ड्रीम और समथिंग. बट आई वाज ऑलवेज लाइक, I was like very sure कि एक बार जॉब और उसमें 9 to 5 में I entered, I was never be able to come out of it. And but still, because of family pressure, I remember in I think August 2018, when I came back to Delhi after my college, I went to Rajasthan, joined the job, and the day I joined, I started crying. I called my brother. I said, "This is something I really do not feel कि मुझे करना चाहिए." And he said, "Come back, we'll see क्या करना है." And the day I joined, I resigned. I came back to Delhi. The same day I left my job, and I came back to Delhi, and it's been like ages, like 20 years I've been in Delhi, and I never seen a donkey road पे चलते हुए कहीं पे. But my family, being a girl, is definitely have limitations. They were like कि आप महाराष्ट्र वापस नहीं जा सकते हो अकेले काम करने के लिए. If you want to do it in Delhi. And so मुझे बस करना था, कैसे भी करके उसको करना था. So I started looking for communities जो दिल्ली एनसीआर में होते हैं. स्लम एरियाज में जाना स्टार्ट किया, वहां बताना स्टार्ट किया. वहां से लोग भगा देते थे. एक तो लड़की, ऊपर से आप स्लम में जाते हो, इट्स नॉट वेरी सेफ. लड़कों से तो कम्युनिटी के लोग दे कैन कम्युनिकेट इजिली, बट लड़कियों के साथ थोड़ा रिस्ट्रिक्शन, दे आर नॉट वेरी कंफर्टेबल. एंड वुमेन को कम्युनिटीज के अंदर, उनकी जो वुमेन होती है, उनको बाहर आके लोगों से बात करना अलाउ नहीं किया जाता. तो मुझे अल्टीमेटली बात मेन से ही करना पड़ता था. वहां पे जो आदमी थे उनसे बात करना पड़ता था, समझाना पड़ता था. दे नेवर टेक लाइक दे नेवर टुक मी सीरियसली कि हाँ ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है. बिकॉज डोंकी मिल का कंसेप्ट था ही नहीं 2018 तक. तो लोगों ने सुना ही नहीं था डोंकी मिल का. नाउ इट्स ट्रेंडिंग. Everyone is talking. Every single day there is some news article, or even government
And
of
thanks
India.
to you for that, actually.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so now it's very common. People know about donkey mill. Recently, we got one of the mail from IIM Calcutta students, PhD students. They were into this donkey mill thing. They wanted to start their own farm, and we that's and they contacted us. I was very happy to see that educated people like us are coming into something, coming into this sector very. And this is one of the untapped resource, and they are coming.
So my question is like, how did you feel that you are supporting a community जिसको इंडिया ने, और आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ द कंट्रीज फ्रॉम अब्रॉड ऑल्सो, they overlook, they didn't give much of appreciation or much of recognition. But you, yes, it was difficult for you to make them understand, but now they are making their livelihoods out of that, right? So what is one feeling that you always go back, you go in the memories and think about that, yes, I did it?
Yeah, it's really very exciting actually. I feel happy, and sometimes it happens that मुझे flashbacks आते हैं. I started, how people rejected my idea in starting, and now they are appreciating. They're like, okay, ये बहुत cool है, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है देख करके. So definitely these kind of comment I always receive. Every day, every single day, somewhere in Insta or Facebook or WhatsApp, I get appreciation message, and I feel that okay, ऐसी कुछ चीजें थी जो शायद 2 साल पहले मुझे लग रहा था कि नहीं होता. एंड आई थिंक जो मुझसे रिलेटेड लोग थे, मेरी फैमिली को भी लग रहा था कि ये एक एस्टैब्लिश कंपनी बन सकती है, नहीं बन सकती है. एंड लोग डाउटफुल तो थे. मैं खुद एक टाइम पे समटाइम्स, इट्स नॉट बीइंग एन एंटरप्रेन्योर, इट्स नॉट वेरी इजी जॉब और इजी जर्नी. एंड समटाइम्स यू फील, जब आपके अकॉर्डिंग काम नहीं होता, यू एक्चुअली फील लाइक कि इट इज बेटर कि शायद अच्छा होता कि प्रोबेबली अगर मैं जॉब में शिफ्ट होती एंड कुछ स्टेबिलिटी होती लाइफ में. एंड एक एंटरप्रेन्योर की लाइफ में स्टेबिलिटी नाम की चीज नहीं होती. वी डोंट हैव एनी काइंड ऑफ स्टेबिलिटी, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. एंड या कुछ मिलने के बाद, इवन लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल राइट नाउ, अभी जिस मैं पोजीशन पे हूँ, दैट पोजीशन वाज माय ड्रीम बैक इन 2 साल पहले. मुझे ऐसा लगता था यहाँ पे पहुंच के लाइफ बिल्कुल सेट थी एंड सब कुछ मिल जाएगा, सब कुछ. एंड इस पोजीशन पे आके नाउ आई रियलाइज कि ये कुछ भी नहीं है. आई वांट मूव. सो एक सेटिस्फेक्शन शायद एंटरप्रेन्योर को नहीं मिल सकता है. वी कीप लाइक वी वांट एवरीथिंग, एंड एक अचीवमेंट के बाद, एक माइलस्टोन क्रॉस करने के बाद हमारे अपने आप सेकंड आ जाता है. एंड आई थिंक तब वही चीज है, एक वही ट्रेट है जो हमें एंटरप्रेन्योर बनाता है और हमें डिफरेंशिएट करता है लोगों से, डिफरेंट लोगों से. एंड the feeling is really amazing because like people used to consider me like ये कुछ नहीं करेगी लाइफ में. एंड डोंकी को भी लोग ऐसा ही कंसीडर करते थे. सडनली एक ऐसी चीज को, अनटैप्ड रिसोर्स को आइडेंटिफाई करना, उसको एक आइडेंटिटी क्रिएट करना मार्केट के अंदर, लोगों को बताना कि जिस चीज के बारे में आप नहीं सोच सकते हो उसके बारे में भी सोचा जा सकता है. नॉट ओनली दैट, इवन द लाइक यंग ग्रेजुएट्स, यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स और यंग पीपल, दे आर गेटिंग मोटिवेटेड बाय लाइक एक वेस्ट से कैसे आप वैल्यू क्रिएट कर सकते हो, एक चीज को जो लोग ने कभी रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं किया था उसको कैसे आप मार्केट में लाके स्टैब्लिश कर सकते हो. एंड आई थिंक ऑर्गेनिको और स्पेशली द डोंकी मिल्क इज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट एग्जांपल कि अगर आप रियली लाइफ में कुछ करना चाहो तो there's no such thing called as bad idea or stupid idea. Any idea can work if you have ability and potential to implement.
Very rightly said, Pooja, because see, it's not about the good or bad idea, it's about the how well you execute and how well you create the demand in the market. And this is actually has been proven fact by the many of the big companies right now, जिनको हम अब brand और status symbol मानते हैं, right? And you have done a wonderful commendable job. I think we are connected since 2015 on Facebook, and I have been seeing your stories. You got listed in Forbes 30 under 30, and there were so many achievements. So I felt very good कि इतनी छोटी सी लड़की in so young age she is creating this change without hesitating, that she is doing an unconventional thing, and that's what actually made you different. But through the interview, one thing which I realized, Pooja, was that somewhere in life you have been suppressed, right, with society, with people, because आपने बार बार बोला one thing which you continuously said this, like people didn't believe me, and people, I was not so good student, that's why they didn't believe me. They thought that like you related yourself to the product you are, to the resource you are working right now. So one incidence which can actually define your pain, that previous pain, not now, which actually pulled you here.
Yeah, so I remember that I got I think 60% in my 12th, and my everyone was like my relatives and everyone कि इसको कोई college नहीं मिलेगा. Somehow I managed to get into one of the college of Delhi University, and I in 2015 I graduated, and मुझे बाहर जाके पढ़ना था. And I never like I was very introverted. I'm still an introvert, एंड जिसको बिल्कुल बात करना पसंद नहीं है, न्यू एनवायरनमेंट में जाना पसंद नहीं है. सो इन 2015 आई गॉट इनटू वन ऑफ द गुड कॉलेज ऑफ बैंगलोर, क्राइस्ट यूनिवर्सिटी. सो मैंने वहां पे एडमिशन लिया, एंड मतलब एक घर में होता है ना कि नोबडी इन माय हाउस एवर लाइक गर्ल स्पेशली जो कभी बाहर जाके नहीं पढ़ी है, मुझे पढ़ना था. सो मैंने जिद करके बोला कि लेट मी गिव मी एन अपॉर्चुनिटी, मुझे एक्सप्लोर करनी है, चीजें दो. And they were somehow like ready कि जाओ देखो ठीक है. And I went in to Christ, and I remember that within 2 to 3 weeks I realized that this is not my way, this is not something I want to do. I opted for master in social work in Christ University, and 3 weeks I dropped out. I came back to Delhi, and that was the lowest point of my life, because I thought this is my dream. I thought कि शायद ये मुझे चाहिए लाइफ में, बाहर जाके पढ़ना. और एक सोशल वर्क में मैं स्टार्टिंग से ही बहुत अट्रैक्टेड थी. बट जब मैं 2015 में वापस आई, एंड द फेस वाज रियली बैड. आई वेंट इनटू डिप्रेशन बिकॉज नोबडी सीरियसली पीपल मेड मी फील लाइक कि ये लाइफ में भागेगी, इसको कुछ नहीं आता, ही शी कैन नॉट बी लाइक कुछ कंटिन्यू कर सकती, एस्टैब्लिश नहीं हो सकती थी. एंड आई स्टॉप्ड. आई लाइक मेंटल हेल्थ वाज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट ट्रेजेडी. And in 2016 then I like 2015 बीच में तो, and then I realized that ऐसे तो मुझे अपनी जिंदगी बर्बाद नहीं करनी है. I have to do something. And then in 2015 December finally मैं घर के बाहर निकली. I went to an organization. I said I want to volunteer, I want to do an internship, just give me an opportunity. That organization was based in Dwarka, and वो slum areas में काम करते थे, सेक्स वर्कर के बच्चों को पढ़ाते थे, एंड होमलेस किड्स को पढ़ाते थे. तो मैं वहां पे जाके उनको समझाया कि मुझे ये थोड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी दे. एंड फॉर a year actually I worked with them. They never paid me anything, but I was like कि मुझे करना है, मुझे निकलना है इस चीज से. I don't want to get stuck somewhere. And because I was very sure कि theory is something I cannot relate, but practical work मैं बहुत ज्यादा अच्छे से perform कर सकती हूँ. And finally 2016 में अप्लाइड फॉर TISS, एंड बहुत ही अच्छा कॉलेज था. इनफैक्ट एंड आई सेड कि मुझे पता नहीं था कि मैं वहाँ एडमिशन ले सकती हूँ, इवन वेदर आई डिजर्व और नॉट. बट आई गॉट इनटू TISS, एंड देन उसके बाद मैं पीछे मुड़ के नहीं देखा. एंड आई वाज लाइक कि ओके अब लाइफ में आगे जाना है, मुझे कुछ अच्छा ही करना है. आई डोंट वांट टू सेटल डाउन और जस्ट एडजस्टमेंट्स नहीं करने हैं, मुझे चांस लेना है, मुझे रिस्क लेने हैं, मुझे एक्सपेरिमेंट भी करना है एंड एक्सप्लोर भी चाहिए, एक्सप्लोर भी करनी है मुझे डिफरेंट एरियाज को. एंड माय जर्नी स्टार्टेड इन 2016 एंड इट्स बीन 4 years, वो कंटिन्यू चल रहा है.
Very nice, Pooja. It's seriously, I can feel that pain which you have gone through, and how you have came out with that. What's your future plan? What how you see your company after 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, so now I'm working to make Organiko an influential skincare brand, which is not only serving to consumer, the high-end consumer, providing luxury skincare products, but also impacting the communities. Creating livelihood, working to create improve the population of donkeys in our country. So when I started my motive was to create employment, no commercial goals or anything. मुझे बस ये था कि employment opportunity. And after doing this, I realized that किसी भी social enterprise को भी establish होने के लिए they need stability, financial stability, and the commercial part is one of the important component जिस पे आपको focus करना पड़ेगा. And so last 2 years से I'm also focusing on the commercial part. We are launching new products, and now we are working to make Organiko a skincare brand with impactful, you can say positive impact in communities. And yeah.
Okay, and one last question. It's not a question, Pooja. Actually, I want to have your views. Any message which you want to give to the young girls watching you, and the women also, especially those who are holding themselves back because of society pressure or family pressure.
Yeah, so this is your life, okay? And obviously, people will stop you. People will say that definitely you're not gonna succeed, or thoda idea stupid hai, ya kuch time ruk jaye, and then you do the experiment. Do not listen to anyone. Please do not. Just listen to your heart, and definitely you know your potential, you know your capability and capacity. And I think आपकी family को भी नहीं पता होगा कहाँ पे आप establish करते हो. Just like me, my family thought कि theory पढ़ के जिंदगी में सब कुछ होता है, and I realized that theory is something I cannot relate, and practical work पे field पे काम करके I can perform better. So same here, and I think you people also know your potential. आप कहाँ पे establish होते हो, आप music में established हो, आप art में ज्यादा attracted हो, आप किसी भी चीज में, I think cooking में भी कुछ भी आपकी करियर कन्वर्ट हो सकता है, करियर हो सकता है. सो जस्ट फोकस एंड नो योर प्रायोरिटीज कि क्या चीज है. एंड लोगों की सुनेंगे तो डेफिनेटली हम रुक जाएंगे, अपनी सुनिए एंड आगे भी जाएंगे. एंड फॉर द यंग पीपल हु आर प्लानिंग टू स्टार्ट देयर वेंचर, आई वुड से just take a first step. We actually stop thinking कि हमारे पास financial resource नहीं है, we don't have team, we don't have resources or anything, any kind of support. तो कुछ time रुक के वो इकट्ठा कर लेते हैं, and then I will start my business. Then I'll say कि take your first step, the resources, the funding, the team, everything will come to you. But उसके पहले आपको पहला step लेना पड़ेगा, because you are the leader. This is your dream. So dream का पहला step नहीं लेंगे तो कोई और dream में add on नहीं आएगा.
Thank you so much, Pooja. Thank you so much for your message, and thank you for joining us today. We from Serial team wish you all the very best, because you are doing a wonderful job and creating a wonderful impact on the society, not in India, I would say, but globally also. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
The next time someone thinks of following their dream should surely not be afraid of the lack of resources, but should go and just do it with passion and dedication. Pooja, you are a true inspiration for all the women and girls out there. I hope you achieve greater heights of success. It was pleasure having you, Pooja, on our show. वो जज्बा कुछ कर जाने का, वो जज्बा अपने सपनों को पाने का, न रोक पाए उसे कोई, जिसमें हो ज्वाला कुछ कर जाने का. With this, we conclude our show, Who is She? An exciting journey of knowing the real she, and hope to meet you in our next episode.